Next is Mr. Theodore, known as Dory, and Mrs. Dorothy, known as Dottie Robinson, who are Prospect Park High School alumni. Accepting on their behalf is their grandson, Chip Ridewood. Theodore Dory and Dorothy Dottie Robinson were among Prospect Park's most recognizable residents and community-minded couples through their 6 decades of marriage. Each graduated from Prospect Park High School and served their borough and the Interboro School District in numerous ways. Dory, a Navy veteran of World War II and Korea, was a letter carrier for 37 years in Prospect Park. He helped found the Prospect Park Youth Club and to build the club's original field house. He coached for the club and for many years was the lead volunteer groundskeeper at Whitmer Field. Additionally, Dory served as president of the Prospect Park 4th of July Association, where he was also the longtime parade marshal. He served as commander of the Patterson Halls American Legion Post and as a trustee and choir member at Prospect Hill Baptist Church. Prospect Park honored Dory as its Citizen of the Year in 1999. Dottie was a beloved staff member and playground aide at the Prospect Park School for more than 30 years before retiring at the age of 80. She was also very active in Prospect Hill Baptist Church, where she served as one of the church's first female deacons, in addition to working with Dory as building custodians. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Robinson.
I don't have a lot to say. Chip Ridewood, as I said, class of 2004, Dottie Dory Robinson's grandson. My mom and papa loved Prospect Park and the Interboro community, and it's an honor for our whole family to see them inducted into the Hall of Fame. So on the behalf of the Ridewood and Robinson families, I just want to thank the members of the Hall of Fame committee and the current members of the Hall of Fame for considering my grandparents' merits. It's an honor for all of us to see them join your ranks. Thank you very much.
Our last honoree is Mr. Jack Lefkowitz, Interboro staff member. Jack Lefkowitz was hired by Interboro after his graduation from Westchester University in 1965, spending his entire 37-year career at Interboro. The first 30 years were spent teaching advanced earth and space science and biology at the high school. He wrote the Earth and Space Science curriculum and was a strong advocate for the inclusion of the planetarium in the new high school in 1975. The presence of the planetarium provided hands-on activities to bring what he taught to life. His years teaching found him providing counsel for those in need, chaperoning dances, and providing a familiar face running the scoreboard at home sports events. He was also a driver education instructor as well as building representative for the Interboro Education Association. The last 7 years of his career were spent as Interboro's first Director of Technology. In this role, Mr. Lefkowitz helped assimilate Interboro into the exploding world of technology that provided a new way to communicate as well as store and provide information. It was his vision and guidance that helped pave the way for district use of email, student scheduling, and associate data, as well as the movement from hard copies to computer records. Working closely with the Delaware County Intermediate Unit, he was the face of Interboro at the opening of DelcoNet in collaboration with the IU. He was responsible for many firsts in Interboro technology. Mr. Lefkowitz had a passion for learning and teaching while showing genuine care for students, the hallmarks of a special educator. Congratulations, Mr. Lefkowitz.
Congratulations, class of 2019. Everybody's proud of you. Thank you.
Congratulations again to our 5 Hall of Fame honorees on a most well-deserved honor. With that said, we would also like to recognize our current Hall of Fame members who have joined us this evening. When I say your name, please stand to be recognized. Alfred Hagan, honors on the stage to be honored as Hall of Fame members in the future. Again, thank you for your time and congratulations.
Congratulations once again to the newest inductees of the Hall of Fame. And once again, another round of applause for the members that are sitting next to us. So traditionally, we begin this eagerly anticipated part of the night with introducing scholarships and awards that are being presented for the first time ever. So I'm pleased to announce that we have a few new scholarships that are being awarded this evening. Those scholarships are the Interboro Alumni Association's Churches Auto Parts Trade School Scholarship, the Interboro Alumni Association Communications Technology Scholarship, the Interboro Alumni Association Female Scholar Athlete Scholarship, the Philly Misfit Nation Overcoming Obstacles and Meeting Opportunity Scholarship, the Richard G. Lawrenson Memorial Scholarship, and I'd also like to thank the continuing donors and organizations that have given awards and scholarships each and every year. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Brian Litz, Assistant Principal.
Good evening. We will now introduce the winners of the Ed Bondarchuk Excellence in Buck Pride Scholarships. Mr. Bondarchuk is an alumnus of Interboro High School who makes an annual donation that helps us recognize a large number of students. Mr. Bondarchuk is very happy to give back to his alma mater and hopes that the funds of this scholarship help these students get started in the next phase of their lives, be it a college, university, a technology school, or directly into employment. The following students being recognized will also receive a $1,000 scholarship, and they are the students who are ranked number 1 through 20 in the class of 2019. First, Alex Sum. Sarah DePaul. Jesse Bickler. David Phillips. James Lazzy. Kevin Padrino. Francis Bosch. Catherine Hickman. Madison Coral. Annalise Tonight. Isabella Bush. Rachel Radius. Samantha Shamrock. Kimberly Hank. Connor Evans. Annalisa Berger. Rachel Brennan. Jonathan McGrath. Haley Azowski. Liam McCaffrey. The following awards are given in Mr. Bondarchuk's name as well. These awards are given to 4 students who attend the Delaware County Technical School. Upon recommendation from their Protech teachers, these students exemplified commitment, determination, leadership, and academic excellence. Each recipient will receive $1,000. The recipients for the class of 2019 are Caleb Price, Berkeley Sikoris, Catherine Rashidi, Destiny Laurie, The Mrs. Bondarchuk Memorial Award. This award is presented to 2 seniors who will be furthering their education at a college, university, or trade school. These students are active members in the Interboro community and demonstrate the necessary qualities needed to become a successful pillar of the community. The 2019 recipients are Carly Quinn, Molly Travers, the C. Hilliard Barr Awards. C. Hilliard Barr is a member of our Interboro Hall of Fame. Mr. Barr passed away in 2007. However, we are still able to recognize students in his memory. The first set of names are students ranked number 21 through 25 in the class of 2019 and will be each receiving a $500 scholarship. Haley Whitworth. Batin Sacco. Lope Rojas. Mackenzie Butler. The next set of names will also be receiving the C. Hilliard Barr Award for being ranked number 26 to 30 in the class of 2019. They will be receiving a $250 award. Morgan Ferriello. Riley Morrison. Olivia Watman. Dylan Longdale. James Uruenko. The Arthur R. and Ethel H. Barhite Scholarship Fund was established in 1985 to recognize seniors in Tinicum Township, Delaware County, who intend to become teachers. A renewable scholarship, the Barhite Scholarship, is $1,000 a year for 40 years and is presented to Nicole Manser, Molly Travers, Dwyer Citizenship Award is given in memory of Richard Dwyer, a former Interboro High School government teacher, to a student who is active in both their school and community. The award is not based on grades or college plans. This year's recipient of this $1,000 award is Hunter Jensen. Dr. Paulette Bradley Memorial Scholarship for $500 is presented in memory of Dr. Paulette Bradley, who served as the principal of Norwood School for 15 years. Dr. Bradley enjoyed seeing the students, her kids, every day and was a constant encourager of academic achievement and student growth. The Dr. Paulette Bradley Memorial Award is presented to the Norwood student who has achieved the highest average in the graduating class. The 2019 recipient is Alex Sun. The Kevin Hood Memorial Scholarship is a $500 award that recognizes the hard work and success of a graduating senior who has overcome academic challenges and will attend a technical school upon graduation. It is the hope of Kevin's family and friends that this award will help to keep Kevin's spirit and buck pride alive at the Interboro High School for many years to come. This year's recipient is Destiny Delory. The Jerry T. Livingston Memorial Termite Scholarships are $500 awards given in memory of Prospect Park termite coach Jerry Livingston to a termite and IHS football player. Coach Jerry passed away in July 2010. He coached 9th grade football for 1 year and 10 years of wrestling here at Interboro High School, his alma mater. Jerry's love for the game of football led him to coach for the Prospect Park Termites. After coaching many teams at different levels, he became head coach of the 135-pound team, where he remained for 11 years up to the time of his death. He instilled in his players a sense of pride, toughness, dedication, passion, and camaraderie, characteristics describing an Interboro Buck football player. This year's recipients are Jared Dellis. Andrew Green. Timothy Convery. Michael Moore. Kyle Bonner. Richard Neal. Agnes Montemuro Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship given by the legendary Interboro School District elementary school teacher to support and recognize a student who will attend Westchester University. The scholarship is directly applied to the student's financial package at Westchester. The 2019 recipient is Isabella Iancelli. John Unext Scholarship Award. John Unext was an Interboro graduate, class of 1964, Chief Executive Officer of Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, and Interboro High School Hall of Famer. The Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union selects 8 high school seniors from throughout the area who will attend a full-time course of study upon graduation. Candidates must complete a rigorous application and submit an essay. The winner was recognized at the Franklin Mint's Partners in Learning event earlier in the spring. This year's recipient of the $3,000 scholarship is Kimberly Hank. Pete and Nancy Gibson Memorial Award is a $500 award that recognizes a student who has overcome some form of adversity during his or her high school years. This award is a continuation of the award given by the class of 1972 and is presented in honor of our former high school principal, Mr. Paul Gibson's parents. The award for 2019 is given to Enrique Velez. Gary Lehman Perf Jones Scholarship for $500 is given to a senior who will continue his or her studies and has shown responsibility, a propensity to look out for the underdog, and the capability to stand up for what is right. Gary Lehman recognizes as the 2019 recipient of this award, Molly Travers. Shauna Azowski's Family and Friends Memorial Awards. 3 awards are presented to deserving graduates who have met criteria. Tonight, we are fortunate to have Shauna's brother, Eden, here to present the awards, and our first recipient is actually another member of the family, Haley Azowski. Haley wins the award recognizing an athlete who is a team player who exudes heart and dedication and an all-around good person. The Memorial Award supports a student who is involved in Interboro's theater program and an all-around good person. This award goes to Leah McCaffrey. The third Sean Ozowski Memorial Award celebrates a student who has been committed to the Life Links program at the high school, working with Mrs. Mays and Mrs. Hunt to better the community. This year's recipient is David Doherty. Award for $1,000 is presented by the Valedictorian, Sean Ellis, and his wife, who is the salutatorian, Kelly Morley, to a high-achieving student who is also involved in a leadership capacity in student activities and athletics and pursue engineering, science, finance, or accounting. This year's recipient is Haley Whitworth. The Anna R. Esham Art Scholarship is given by a graduate from the class of 1966. Anna Esham is a retired Interboro High School art teacher. The donor found a home in the art department, and Mrs. Esham had a great impact on his life and is extremely excited to give back to a graduating senior in her name. Our donor hopes that these funds will help the recipient purchase art supplies in the future and continue their love for the arts. The 2019 winner for this award is Caroline Conway. Kathy Johnson Memorial Award. This award is for the Norwood student who had Mrs. Johnson as their teacher. This year's recipients are Timothy Connery, Manny DiGualino, Now you're going to stay here for just 1 second. I would like to invite Ms. McAvoy to the podium to present the Richard P. McAvoy Memorial Award.
Good evening. For those who don't know me, my name is Michelle McAvoy. I'm one of the counselors here. So this is a memorial scholarship given by my mother, Kathleen McAvoy, every year in memory of my father, Richard McAvoy. He attended West Point University. He did 28 years active duty in the Army, during which he was deployed to several areas, including Iraq as part of Operation Iraqi Freedom. He, after 28 years, retired from the Army. And he took a position in Afghanistan. He was in charge of the program to train the Afghan military and police. In 2015, about a month before I started at Interboro, he and 12 others, including 2 other Americans, were killed by a suicide bomber. So the purpose of the scholarship is to keep his memory going. It's given to 2 students, $500 each, who are going to serve in the armed services, doesn't matter what branch. And also who plan to continue their education. So this year's recipients are both females, Mala DeGuglielmo and Michaela Kelly.
The next scholarship is new this year and is generously donated by Interboro Spanish teacher Jessica Vasquez. The Richard G. Lawrenson Memorial Scholarship is a $250 award presented in memory of longtime Prospect Park resident Richard G. Lawrenson, the late father of Spanish teacher Jessica Vasquez. This award recognizes a student who has a strong work ethic and a commitment to a job well done. Honoring Mr. Lawrence's ability to fix or build anything he put his mind to, this scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who is intending to go into a skilled trades career. This year's recipient is Robert Turner. Please welcome Mr. Cooper, who will present the Kathy Cooper Memorial Award.
I didn't know there were put on a spot like this. You got a Ridley guy up here. Kathy was a graduate in 1975 from Cornell High School. When we got married, we lived in Prospect Park on 17th Avenue, and our kids were in the Interboro School District up until Jimmy in 4th grade and Emily in 3rd, 2009. Miss Dr. Riley, she was the kindergarten academy principal when the kids were there, and I always laughed at her when I was running Broad Street and she saw me like by City Hall, so I always laughed about that. But the Kathy College Scholarship, is given to a student athlete who is going to major in nursing in high school and has the values and love for nursing that Kathy has. And the recipient is Alyssa Torres.
Presenting the James Camp Memorial Award is Superintendent Riley.
Good evening. This scholarship is in memory of my father, James Gant, who passed away in December 2018. My father was a piano tuner for over 70 years. He had no ability to read music, but he played everything by ear. He could play a multitude of instruments, including the piano, harmonica, accordion, and guitar. He's also a World War II veteran, as we recognize D-Day today, 75th anniversary. I knew he would have been very honored to know that this scholarship is being awarded to a high school senior who has exhibited outstanding leadership skills in Interboro's music ensembles, high musicianship skills through solo and group performances, and strong academic excellence throughout her high school career. This scholarship is awarded to Olivia Watman, who will be presenting.
Gene O'Malley Cowerill Memorial Award. This award is given in memory of former track and cross-country athlete Jane O'Malley Cowerill. The recipient is a member of both teams throughout high school and will pursue a career in nursing. This year's recipient is Stephen Burke. The Remshardt family has been a staple in the Interboro community for many years. Mr. Remshardt passed away after a courageous battle with cancer. By the efforts of the Remshardt family and community members, 2 scholarships have been created to honor Mr. Remshardt. This year, the Dave Remshardt Memorial Award will go to Victoria Spira. And the Remshard Family Strength of Character Award is awarded to Anthony Caparuccio. Francis Costanzo Memorial Scholarship is a $1,000 award presented by Mr. Andy Costanzo in honor of his beloved mother to a well-rounded, solid student who is involved in activities and has a strong interest in the arts. The 2019 award winner is Haley Whitworth. Haley, if you can stay right here for just a moment. No reason. The Student Council Christine Brown Memorial Scholarships are a $300 award selected by student council members and given to senior members who demonstrate excellence in scholarship and leadership. This year's awards are presented to Haley Whitworth, Annalisa Irwin, Adriana Clemson, Rogan Jackman, Rogan also has the distinction of perfect attendance from kindergarten through 12th grade. At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Kaylin Spina to the podium to announce some of our community organization awards.
The first award I will present tonight is the Coco Family Scholarship. It's given to a student who has excelled in the culinary arts program and has aspirations to become an entrepreneur. The recipient of the Coco's Family Scholarship is Catherine Tierney. The Chester Pike Rotary Scholarship is a $1,000 merit award recognizing a graduating senior for scholarship and extensive community service. This year's recipient is Jessie Hickman. At this time, I would like to invite Lois Sauer to present the Beacon of Hope Scholarship.
Good evening. Housed on the top floor of Olivet Presbyterian Church in Prospect Park, the Beacon of Hope Clothes Closet offers new and gently used clothing to the community at very reasonable prices. No single item is priced over $4. The Beacon of Hope was started in 2009 by Olivet member Bailey Kern when she was a senior here at Interboro High School. The Beacon of Hope project earned Bailey the Girl Scout Gold Award and first place for the 2010 Interboro High School Senior Project. The Beacon of Hope has been an affordable source of clothing for the community, and the profits raised have gone back into community programs such as Loaves and Fishes and Norwood's Elementary Backpack Program. Beacon of Hope is open only one time a month, and it's managed by myself and co-director Linda Ermel. We rely solely on the support of volunteers to keep it running. The Interboro Key Club has been a huge supporter of Beacon of Hope since its inception, and their help with the sorting, folding, displaying the clothing has truly been appreciated. For this reason, the Beacon of Hope Scholarship has been established. It is awarded to a graduating member of the Interboro Key Club who has supported the Beacon of Hope and is going on to higher education. On behalf of myself and co-director Linda Ermel, I am very pleased to award this year's scholarship to Sarah McFarland.
The Home School Association recognizes 6 winners of the essay contest with $500 awards. The students had to write an essay on advice to an incoming 9th grader, or what their future goals were and how they plan to achieve them. The essays were then judged by a committee within the Home and School Association. This year's recipients are Hunter Jensen, Rachel Gravius, Olivia Watman, Alex Sun, Bianca Fan, and Julian Reardon. The Interboro Board of School Directors presents 2 $1,500 awards to students who excel in leadership and scholarship throughout their high school experience and exude Buck pride. This year's recipients are Samantha Shenlock, and James Razzie. The John Wesley Cross Post 507 Award. The recipient for this award had to write an essay and was selected by the members of Post 507. The winner is Sammy Mufti. The Interboro Music Boosters present 3 $250 awards to graduating seniors who have been members of the marching band for at least 2 years and will pursue higher education. The students are selected through an essay application process. The 2019 recipients of the Interboro Music Boosters Award are Jesse Hickman, Francis Bosch, and Molly Travers. Interboro High School Theater Boosters. A senior student from each theater group, cast, crew, pit band, through their continuous participation, has made a positive contribution to the Interboro High School Theater program. The cast award goes to Malin DiLeone. Stage crew award to Caroline Conway. Pit band award to Francis Fox. presents a $200 award in honor of Samuel J. McClellan to a Norwood student who exhibits high qualities of scholarship, citizenship, integrity, and service. This year's award is presented to Connor Evans. The Glen Olden Home and School Association presents a $250 award to 2 exemplary Glen Olden students. This year's awards are presented to Yaya Tui and Amanda Valver. The Prospect Park Police Scholarship is a $100 award presented to a student who has achieved honors and engages in community service. This year's award is presented to Samantha Shenlock. Prospect Park Pride Awards are 2 $500 awards presented to residents of Prospect Park who are good citizens of the high school and community. This year's recipients are Haley Ozowski, and Mia Podgorski. Friends of the Marching Band. This scholarship is presented to a member of the Interboro High School Marching Band who embraces values such as camaraderie, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. The recipient of the $500 scholarship will pursue music in college. The Friends of the Marching Band scholarship goes to Liam McCaffrey. The Prospect Park Youth Club Richard A. Walk Scholarship is presented to a graduating senior who maintains a GPA of 3.0 or higher, plans to further his or her education, and has been a member of the Prospect Park Youth Club for 7 or more years. This year's recipient of the $200 award is Michael Brown Carriola. At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Noella Ackland to present the Class of 2012 Scholarship.
Hello, I was one of the advisors for the Class of 2012, and upon leaving, my students wanted to endow a scholarship to last at least 10 years, and so here we are in 2019. This scholarship recognizes a graduating senior who exhibits success in academics, leadership, athletics, and the arts, which is representative of the well-rounded individuals who comprise the Class of 2012. The recipient for the 2019 school year is Malin Di Guglielmo.
The new assistant principal printed the script a little smaller than usual, so. Okay, the class of 2015 scholarship. This is a scholarship that is awarded to a student who displays buck pride and excellence both in the classroom and in class congress. The recipient has maintained a balance between academics and extracurricular activities and has gone above and beyond what is necessary to make class congress a success. This is a student who shows up early, leaves last, always comes through when needed. This year's recipient, Chelsea Hayden. The American Red Cross Scholarship. The following student council members have assisted with and coordinated the American Red Cross blood drives since the fall of 2019. In their senior year alone, the blood drives collected 139 units of blood. Each unit saves 3 lives. These students are being recognized for their leadership and will each receive a scholarship of $250. The American Red Cross Scholarship recipients are Danielle Velardo, Rachel Brennan, Mia Nagorski, The Interboro Alumni Association will be donating multiple awards tonight. All recipients will receive their award as well as an Interboro Alumni t-shirt. You guys love t-shirts. The Interboro Alumni Association ABC Award is a $500 award given in recognition of retired teacher and current activities director, Mr. Andy Costanzo. The winner of the award for 2019 school year, Rachel Brennan. The Interboro Alumni Association would like to recognize a senior who plans to attend Delaware County Community College with a $500 award. This year's recipient of the Interboro Alumni Association's Delaware County Community College Scholarship is Enrique Luis Velez. Alumni Association. I don't even know if I should say anything else. He just said the Buck Pride Award is going to Dylan Longdale. Stay there though, because you're going to see what Dylan had to say. So this scholarship is a video explaining what Buck Pride means to them. After reviewing many submissions at the Interboro Alumni Association, they've selected Dylan Longdale for this reason. For this reason. Well, trust me, it was hilarious. So, Dylan Longdale, congratulations to you.
Try the same.
I'll have to put in the text again. Both of our 2 Interboro Alumni Association Service Scholarship winners displayed a heart for service that extended beyond one event.
We're small, but we're strong. And everyone's wearing the Interboro clothing. Everyone has like Interboro Buccaneers flags. They have signs that say "Home of a Buck," "Proud to be a Buck." I mean, I think Parents are just proud that their students go to Interboro, and they're proud to say that my son or daughter, or even I, am a Buccaneer. And I think it's great, because I think Interboro provides the students with such a work ethic and such a drive that's unmatched of any other school. Everyone's proud to represent Interboro, and everyone's proud to be a Buck.
I'm just going to wait because I'm sure it's going to play again. Okay, so both of our Interboro Alumni Association Service Scholarship winners displayed a heart for service that extended beyond one event. They shared their desire to help others on an ongoing basis, even when there was nothing in it for themselves. I'm pleased to recognize Francis Bosch, and Isabella Brunch. The Interboro Alumni Association Renee Meisenhelder Academic Scholarship is given in memory of the late Renee K. Meisenhelder, a 1992 Interboro graduate and a childhood resident of Tinicum Township. This year's recipient was chosen based on their written essay about a personal life experience that had influenced their development along the way, with any special or family circumstances affecting their need for financial assistance. We are proud to present the 2019 Renee K. Meisenhelder Academic Scholarship in the amount of $5,000. Brittany Securis. Another award being presented for the Interboro Alumni Association was an essay contest in conjunction with Beneficial Bank, where the students were asked to explain how the scholarship would impact their education. The winners of the essay contest are awarded with a $500 scholarship. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Amanda Tweston from Beneficial Bank to the podium to present these awards.
Good evening, I'm Amanda Tweston from Beneficial Bank. Beneficial Bank was founded in 1853, and earlier this year, Beneficial Bank merged with WSFS Bank, which was founded in 1832. The combination of the two banks creates the largest bank in the Delaware Valley. Although our name will change to WSFS, both banks are passionate about educating our communities to do the right thing financially. This year, we asked students to submit an essay on how they plan to pay for college. And the three winning recipients are Enrique Velez, Sarah McFarland, and Dylan Longale.
We are happy to announce that the final 3 Interboro Alumni Association scholarships are being offered for the first time this year. Our first Interboro Alumni Female Scholar Athlete Award is sponsored by Kimberly Duffy. This award recognizes a female athlete who has played varsity sports with a GPA of 3.5 or greater and is committed to studying science or engineering. This year's $1,000 award recipient is Haley Whittle. The Interboro Alumni Association Communication Technology Scholarship was originally only one $500 award. However, it was decided to expand it to two $500 awards this year since the essay responses of students exhibited such a clear vision of what they want to accomplish. These students took advantage of the direction from their respective mentors, and they wish to use their eventual skills to help make better lives for others. This year's two recipients are Alex Sun and Shiv Patel. Our first Interboro Alumni Churches Auto Parts Trade School $500 award goes to a student who explained why they selected their trade or career and shared their goal of what they want to accomplish after they complete their education. This year's recipient is Nicholas Anderson. The Tinicum Police Department would like to present an award to a student who is a Tinicum resident who is involved in school and community organizations. This year's recipient is Rachel Cravis. This year we have another new award, the Philly Misfit Nation Overcoming Obstacles and Meeting Opportunities Scholarship, which is two $500 awards. Philly Misfit Nation began as a team of family and friends interested in health and fitness. It has since grown into a nonprofit organization that works to overcome obstacles and meet opportunities through fitness, education, and outreach. This year's award winners wrote an essay that described the role of fitness, education, and outreach in their lives. This year's recipients are Isabella Brutch, and Adriana Clemson. The Chester Pike Kiwanis would like to present an award for service and involvement in the Key Club. This year's recipient is Lope Rojas. This year, the Norwood Historical Society would like to present a graduating senior with a $100 scholarship as recognition of his or her academic and extracurricular success. Congratulations go to David Phillips for being this year. The Phi Beta Kappa Society is the oldest academic honor society in the United States. Each year, it presents a book to a high-achieving high school graduate who has served with integrity. This year, Phi Beta Kappa awards the book, The Soul of America, The Battle for Our Better Angels, by the Pulitzer Prize-winning historian and presidential biographer John Meacham. Quoting Lincoln's first inaugural address, in the face of a secession by the southern states, Meacham reminds us how the country has responded to and overcome political turmoil, fear, and division in its past. The Soul of America, The Battle for Our Better Angels, is awarded to Kimberly Henn. School Association reviews student work at the annual Interboro Art Show and gives an award for outstanding achievement. This year's Home School Best in Show Art Award for the category of AP Art goes to Sarah McFarland. I'd like to welcome Ms. Noelle Ackland to present our next award.
The Mary Ann Shallor Advanced Placement English Award for $500 is given by retired Advanced Placement English teacher Mary Ann Shallor to a student who exhibits a love for literature and possesses superior talents in writing. This year's recipient is Madison Coral.
The Excellence in Mathematics Award is given by David Hine, a former Interboro High School mathematics teacher. The recipient of the award has shown excellence in math throughout his or her high school career. The winner this year is David Phillips. The Interboro Education Association, representing the district's talented teaching staff, presents a $1,000 award to a student who will pursue a career in education and who was selected through an essay competition. This year's Teacher Scholarship Award winner is Andrew Grieve. Education Personnel Association, which is to represent the district's administrative assistants and confidential secretaries, awards 2 graduating seniors for their business excellence with $250 scholarship. This year's recipients are Adriana Clemson, and Terrence Hall. That is studied at the Interboro High School is associated with a club, which encourages language development, cultural studies, and general camaraderie. 2 of our clubs will be awarding $100 award to a graduating senior who has proven his or her dedication and commitment to the organization throughout their time at the high school. French Club, Kevin Perjono. Spanish Club, Brett Myers. Lifelink Award is given to a student who exemplifies outstanding volunteerism and leadership. This student is a role model for other students and goes above and beyond class requirements to demonstrate excellence and buck pride. This year's recipient, Liam Hinchy. Given to the most valuable player for the 2018-2019 Physics Olympics. The winner for the 2019 year is Kevin Cargione. Funds for the Interboro High School Buck for a Buck Award are collected throughout the year as staff members contribute to fund every Friday. The money raised is supplemented by the Home and School Association. This year we were able to recognize 14 students who were selected by the Scholarship Committee for exuding Buck Pride. Each student will receive a $125 Congratulations Award. First recipient, Faith Saber. Stephen Burke. Shane Owen. Skylar Wallace. Mia Pogorski. Caitlin Atkinson. Sophia Harley. Hunter Jensen. Shiv Patel. Alyssa Torres. Haley Bachman. Nicole Scavillo. Chelsea Hagan. And Lindsay Spees. Okay, at this time I would like to call Sergeant Donahue to present the United States Army Awards.
This year's Army Scholar Athlete Awards go to Dylan Longdale, and Samantha Shenley.
Okay, at this time I would like to call Staff Sergeant Miller to present the United States Marine Corps Award.
The United States Marine Corps Scholastic Excellence Award. So no matter whether you're leading Marines to victory or leading yourself to the most productive and successful member in your chosen career field, you will find that your mind will always be the most powerful weapon. The award acknowledges the senior who has demonstrated academic achievement and leadership throughout high school. This award is presented to Yaya Tawi.
Okay, at this time I'd like to introduce Heather Finnegan, the Communities Foundation Executive Director, to present her organization's awards.
Good evening.
has awarded more than $2.3 million in scholarships here in Delaware County. In fact, over $370,000 of those scholarships have been awarded right here at Interboro High School. And tonight, we will honor 3 students who intend to pursue a career in the allied health professions, each with $7,000 in scholarships. Our first scholar will attend Widener University on her path to becoming a nurse practitioner. Please welcome Morgan Ferriola. Our next scholar will attend Drexel University on his way to becoming a nurse practitioner. Please welcome Jesse Hickman. And our final TCF Scholar of the evening will attend the University of Pittsburgh, where he will study neuroscience on the way to becoming a physician. Please welcome Julian Reardon.
This year, we're proud to announce that one of our students has received the National Merit Granger Scholarship. This scholarship recognizes academic promise and distinguished performance. This year's award winner is Sarah McFarland. Academic keys are awarded to the top students in the given areas to recognize their achievement and passion for the related subject matter. I'd like to invite the subject area coordinators to the podium to present the academic keys. First up is
Hi, my name is Patrick Hay. I'm an art teacher here and for tonight only the art department chair. So, it gives me great pleasure to announce the 2019 art department key goes to Annalise tonight.
My name is Dan Friel. I'm the concert band director here at Interboro High School, and I am proud to present this year's band key to a young man who's been a key to all aspects of our instrumental program, Shane Owen.
Hi there, my name is Matthew Dunn. I'm the Business and Technology Coordinator at Interboro High School, and our candidate was selected because of his academic achievements in business classes and also his achievements in the FBLA program, where he actually went to state competition and received an award in business. Our name is Matt Guinea.
My name is Hannah Knaus, and I'm the choral director here at the high school, and this year's choir key goes to Malin DeGuglielmo.
This year's English key is going to one of my advanced placement literature students who had the highest average, and he also helped me start the writing center here at IHS this year. Even though he's majoring in physics next year, the 2019 English key goes to David Phillips.
Pleased to present the FCS key to Beyond the Fun.
Hello, my name is Jeff Webb. I represent the math department, and this year's recipient goes to Jonathan McGrath.
John McLaughlin. I'm the subject area coordinator for Phys Ed and Health Department, and it's my distinct pleasure to announce Albano Balili as this year's Phys Ed.
Hello, my name is Bill Lavery. I'm here to speak on behalf of our subject coordinator for science, Nicole Warner, and our physics teacher, John Conti. The science department key goes to Alex Sun.
My name is Bill Soroka. I'm here to present the Social Studies Department key to Miss Samantha Shemline.
My name is Tom Spear, and I represent the Technology and Education Department. This year's award goes to Matt Muslowski.
I teach the visual media classes here at the high school, and this year's visual media key goes to Mr. James Razzie.
I'm here representing the World Language Department, and I'm pleased to announce that the World Language Key this year is awarded to Julian Reardon.
Interboro Board of School Directors and Administrators, I would like to congratulate all of the scholarship and award recipients this evening, and also the new members of the Hall of Fame. This is an exciting night for all of you and your families, and we are privileged to be here recognizing your accomplishments. As the superintendent of schools, I have the honor of awarding the class of 2019 salutatorian and valedictorian. These awards are given to the students with the first and second highest grade point average in the graduating class. The salutatorian for the Interboro High School class of 2019 is Sarah McFarland. Sarah will be attending Widener University and is planning to study business. And the valedictorian for the Interboro class, high school class of 2019 is Alex Sun. Alex will be attending the University of Pennsylvania and majoring in computer science.
Okay, first, a special thanks to everyone that made tonight happen, between our staff members, superintendent, our presenters, our alumni association, our Hall of Fame members who are with us tonight, and of course, all of you guys who have done an outstanding job over these last 4 years. So, moms and dads, thank you very much. And it's been a pleasure to have you. Moms and dads, before you head back, we're going to have the students head out first into the cafeteria. They're going to get some things done as far as their envelopes are concerned, then we'll process out. If you're not doing anything on the 12th, we're going to be at Newman with these guys. So you're here to join us, right? You guys want to be there? At this point, students, congratulations. I'm going to ask you to rise and follow out.